Hello guys! Happy Thursday! Happy Thursday! We are doing our Thriving After series, continuing the interviews, and tonight we are interviewing Chesca Fit, and she's going to be talking to us about thriving after setbacks. This is going to be good, guys, so we're going to give a few minutes and let her hop in. How is everyone doing? Happy Thursday! So I got an Alexa TV, it's a new one, and I have a regular Alexa. And every time I say that, they both keep turning on. I have the regular, like, small thing playing right now. I was like, oh my goodness, it kept going back and forth. How is everyone? So, I went a little extra tonight. If you've been following these last couple of weeks with the Thriving After series, I have not done my hair like this, so this is new. I just got this off Amazon, but look how long it is. It's so long, like it just never ends. I actually think I'm gonna wear it to my daughter's 5th birthday party coming up because it's like princess, well, it's Frozen. I guess I could still show up as Rapunzel, right? I could still do that, right? Hi guys, happy Thursday. Happy Thursday to the ones just joining in. All right, Chesca, girl, I see you are in. So I'm gonna bring you in so we can see your beautiful face. I love this song. It's by Mandisa. It's called Unfinished. It's so good. How is everyone? Let us know how you're doing in the comments. Kelly, I think I see. Hi. Hi. How are you?
Am I good here?
Yeah, girl, you're good. You are good. I see you bright and clear.
Okay, hold on. Let me lower the music because I like.
Oh yeah, I gotta turn off mine. Alexa, turn off.
Okay. Oh my God, I'm so excited.
Hi, girl. Are you in your shop right now?
I am. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna stay here because I don't want to be stuck in traffic or be somewhere else.
I would love to see it. Can you give us a little preview of it?
Yeah. Okay, hold on. Let me turn it around. Let me turn on the lights. So this is, well, the garbage. So this is like the selfie area.
Okay, that is so cute. Wait, can you sit in that circle thing?
Yeah, you can sit there.
No way.
Yeah. You can sit there, so you could take a selfie there.
That is so cute.
And then I have like a little seating area there. I actually have one of my customers. She has an art gallery this weekend, so she's been painting that here since it's
oh my gosh, that's beautiful.
I had one of my customers. I mean, I've met such amazing people here, but I've had one of my customers who made that mannequin.
Wow.
It's definitely something that would be cute for like a little girl's room or like a boutique.
Yeah, definitely.
And then, so this is the Babe Cave.
Wait, what did you call it?
The Babe Cave.
The Babe Cave? What does that mean?
Just like where us girls can come and chillax and talk.
I love that.
No prep stuff in my purse. And then, like right here, it's a little bit of a mess, but we're still trying to figure out what to do here. But I have my baptism picture here when I got baptized.
Oh, I love that.
At my cousin's church. That's my cousin, the one I was.
Okay, I'll let you know if I see her.
Yeah, she almost missed the baptism because she was doing a Starbucks run. I was like, oh my God.
Wait, stop.
Yeah. I'm like,
that's something my sister would do.
I'm like, you need to dunk me. She's like, I'll be right back, I promise. Girl, right when it was my turn. So this is the door. I always make sure that they leave knowing, like, look, P.S., you got this. This is like another seating area, the egg chair, and then the kitchen. I was cleaning up, but that's pretty much it. And then the bathroom over there.
So cute. How long have you had this place?
I opened February 21st, 2021. So it's like a year and a half.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so I want to get into all of that. But first, welcome everybody to Thriving After interview series. Yeah, it does look so pretty in there, girl. I love how you did the whole setup.
Thank
So
you.
pretty. And today we are interviewing Chesca, which thank you so much for doing this. I have been following you for a little while, and you are just so motivational and positive, and I was like, I need to connect with her. And that's the whole point of this series, is to let other women know that, first of all, they're not alone. Secondly, to connect with women that have literally thrived after something, that understand that life can be hard, but we are in this together. We are here to link arms together and get through together. And I do believe that our story is what unlocks the key to other people's prison that they're in. So that's the point of this. And with you, I'm really excited to hear your story of, first of all, I know you're a mom.
Yes.
And then how you got to where you are today. How are you thriving after the setbacks that I'm sure so many people face when not only starting a business, but also being a parent and going after their dreams? So let us know first your name, what exactly you do, what all you do, and yeah, start from there.
All right, guys. Well, my name is Francesca. I am 36. I can't believe I'm 36. I have a
thriving.
Yeah, 36 and thriving. I have a son. His name is Jaden. He is 13, literally going on 20. This is
Wow.
hard for me. But I know that we're gonna push through it. But before I started my weight loss journey, I was in a state of, I want to say, a depression. I just had a breakup, and it's one of those breakups where you just don't want to be in the house with the person. You live with them. You're like, I want to do everything I can just to be outside of the house. And I would just eat away my feelings. So I would work, so I wouldn't be home, eat away my feelings. So that's really how the weight came along, and I gained all the weight. I moved back in with mom, and I'm like, okay, everything's gonna change, and I'm like, no, it got worse. That's really where the depression sank in. I was in my same room where I pretty much grew up in when I moved here, and I had Jaden. And at that time, Jaden was young, and I didn't want to do anything. I didn't want to shower. I didn't want to do anything with Jaden, like activities. And the years were just passing by, months were passing by, and I would tell Jaden, we're just gonna watch Lights, because that's when Lifetime was out. We're just gonna watch Lifetime movies.
Oh my gosh, I love Lifetime. I love Lifetime. Is it still okay? It's an app now, right?
It's an app now?
Everything's an app now.
But and I knew I was overweight. I knew I was depressed. But I think what I wanted more than anything was to be happy.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
Like, I didn't care about anything else. Like, I just want to feel happy. I want to feel like myself again. I knew my eating habits weren't there. I was drinking away the stress as well. And I was just trying to mask everything up. Wear all black, go out like everything is okay. Where when you come home at night, that's really where it sinks in. You're not okay.
Yeah.
And then so at that time Instagram was out. This was 5 years ago, but it wasn't as prevalent as it is now. But I would see this girl, and she would have like other girls with her at a location, and they were always happy. I was intimidated to go to the gym because I'm so awkward working out. I still am, but I've gained up the confidence. I was like, they're happy. I want to be happy. And then just one day I reached out to her and I was like, can you please help me? I really want to change. But I was so scared to send that first message. And a lot of us that want to make a change are scared to ask for help.
Yeah.
I think that's the first thing. Like, we're scared to ask for help. We're scared to take that first step, not knowing that first step is going to unlock so much happiness for you, blessings for you. But we're just scared, and it's okay to be scared. And then she invited me to a smoothie shop. I never heard of a smoothie shop. And I fell in love with the concept. Everybody was so nice there. Everyone was so warming, very encouraging, like just an uplifting environment of women that we're not used to.
Yeah.
Before I started doing this full time, I was working at law firms for about 10 years. And my last job, like, I experienced like grown up bullying.
Yeah, it's a real thing. It's a real thing.
And I just wanted to get to work, do what I got to do, and be there for my clients. I was always like over and beyond for my clients. I want to be there for them. And honestly, I started this weight loss journey right before I was starting law school. I said I had to create healthier habits, and I had to do something different for my son. I don't want my son to continue to live. I want to break the curses. You know, I don't want him to
Mm-hmm.
oh, this is normal. This is not normal. So pretty much that's what happened. I told my firm that I was going to go to school for 3 years. They're like, yeah, go to school full time and come back. Come back. And, you know, my last day before I left, you know, normally your last day at work, they're like throwing you a party and cake.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we're going to miss you. Congratulations. Girl, that's when all the employees went in on me, like all of my coworkers.
For leaving?
Leaving. My last day was miserable.
Really?
It was miserable. And I was just like, I'm never coming back. Not because of my boss, but because of that bullying. But, you know, I started law school, and that was it. Like, I started law school, and I just started creating healthier habits, and I fell in love with the smoothie shop concept.
So that's when that kind of like birthed?
Yes.
With that passion? Okay.
Yeah, that's kind of like when it birthed, because I would come back and come and have a smoothie, and they would do workouts, and I'm like, oh my God, I love this. Everybody's so nice. And it's like an obsession, and you start letting go of not only your bad habits, but also letting go of bad people that don't need to be in your life anymore.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They like drop. Like they just
absolutely.
And you're
because your mindset starts to rise and become greater and expand. Absolutely.
Laser focused. You know, so I was just laser focused on just working on a better me. And I knew the second year in law school, I said, you know what? I don't want to be a lawyer, but I am going to finish just so that I can have that finished for my mom. But I know this is what I want to do. I want to help people, but I want to help people in a more positive environment. I don't want to be a slave to the system.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to fall into the trap of having to drink alcohol to stay alert, or having to take drugs because of the stress. And I just never felt like enough, if that makes sense, like in that aspect of a career. And that's just how I felt. I know that lawyers, and there are some really good lawyers out there, but just for me, that's how I felt.
Okay.
So I think all the obstacles started happening.
Yeah.
And let me know if I'm going too fast, or if you...
No. Keep going, girl.
You need to interrupt me. The obstacles definitely started when I decided that I wanted to open up the shop.
Okay, so you had decided to leave your job. You entered into law school.
Yeah.
And at that point, you had already been how long had you already been like doing your health journey?
So I started my law school journey for my 31st birthday. I said, you know what? I don't want to gift myself a purse. I don't want expensive shoes. I just want to change. So August, I started law school.
Okay. August. And you were on the journey of health for how long at that point?
What was that, 5 months or 4 months? March, April, May, June, July, August.
Okay, so at that point. Okay, awesome. And this was when were you still living with your mom, and you were still trying to figure things out for yourself?
Yes, I was still living with mom, because I figured like I'm going to stay there since I'm going to stop working. I have to figure out what I'm going to do. So I'm like, okay, I'm just going to lay low and stay with mom. I never wanted to do this. You know, even like the first couple of months of my weight loss journey, I'm like, no, I'm too good for this. This is not for me. I don't want to be a shake person. You know, God humble.
Isn't that funny? Usually, and I know you're a believer, so usually God will call us to things that like our minds are like, you know, and that's like how you know that it's God, because if it were just up to you, you don't know if you would have actually done it. That's really awesome. So then at that point is whenever you decided you were interested in opening up a shop, and you decided to open up the shop when?
So what happened was I started working part-time, very part-time, at the main shop that I was invited to all through law school. Everyone was partying or taking vacations, and I'm like, okay, I know that I want to open up a shop in the future, so I know that right now I need to impact as many people as possible. Like, you know, just grind.
I love that.
I ended up during the pandemic. During the pandemic, my cousin, I always said that I didn't have time for God. I didn't have time to go to church. Like, I had to study. My cousin started doing 7 a.m. Bible studies through live. And I was like, okay, I mean, I might as well at this point. So then I started doing that. I really like fell in love and built a relationship with God. And then during the pandemic, October 2020, I did a fast. And I was like, okay, I was still living with mom. And I'm like, all right, well, I want a smoothie shop. I want it small. I want it far from the city. I wanted it, like, I said exactly what I wanted, did a spiritual fast. And then in January or December, the opportunity to take over the shop came about. And before that, I got baptized in November. I'm trying to go in chronological order without being repetitive.
So you took over the shop?
Yes, I took over the shop from 2 other people.
Wow.
But those 2 other people needed to have the shop for the time that they did.
Yeah.
So I can have it at that time.
Wow.
Ready to have it.
And see, you were open to not only seeing the opportunity, but also making those connections.
Yes.
Like, you are willing to work part-time, you know? And it takes us being willing to take that step, even if it's not exactly where we want to be at that time. Every step forward is a step closer to what we want to do, right?
Yeah.
So, Chesca, have you always had this? I know you said that you struggle with depression, but have you always had this spark inside of you to just keep pushing?
Yeah. I think, like, no matter what, of course, I have bad days. Like, we're all human. I have bad days. I have a lot that has happened to me since opening up Highlight. It's really been just one thing after another. But I think it's just the way that I see the situation.
Mm-hmm.
For me, it's like, okay, this is happening to me. Okay, I understand it's happening to me. I'm not happy that it's happening to me, but I know that I can change my mood. I can change the circumstances just based on my attitude. You know, based on being like, okay, I'm going to smile about it, or I'm going to, you know, for me, I think whatever a person believes in, but if I did not have a relationship with God, I wouldn't have the peace that I have.
Yeah.
With everything that has happened.
Yeah. So prior to going to church, did you always have that relationship with God?
No, I didn't have anything. I grew up Catholic, and I was like, oh my God, I feel no connection. I'm like,
Yeah.
this can't be what it's like to have a relationship with him.
Mm-hmm. And then you noticed that change of peace within you when you did create that relationship with God, is what you're saying.
Big time. And it's just like, I think a person has to go through the situations, but you have to go through the situations, but also have that relationship with God to be like, oh my God, okay, yeah, I'm at peace. Like, I can handle anything that happens to me. And for me, it's like, things are going to happen to you. Life is going to happen to you if you're fulfilling your dreams or if you're not fulfilling your dreams. So things are going to be thrown at you. So, but it's like, let's just keep going. Because if you stop, there's no chances of anything happening.
Right, right.
You keep going, there's a more of a possibility that all the hard work that you're putting in is going to blossom into something beautiful in the future.
Mm-hmm. You have to be willing to put in action. Absolutely. Like, when God places a passion in your heart, you can't just sit and wait for it to happen.
Yeah.
Like, you went out there and you made connections and you took those steps forward. And that's why you are where you are, because you were willing to take those steps forward. But for somebody that is really struggling with feeling as though they have a purpose in life, somebody that is struggling with depression, a lot of people struggle with depression. It is so real. And a lot of people are hiding it.
Yeah.
And what do you have to say to somebody that's watching this right now and they are in that place that you were in before, you know, whenever you had gone through that breakup and you had to move back in with your mom? What would you say to somebody that's in a similar situation right now?
I mean, the only thing you can control is working on it. Like, I feel like people talk about it, but if you work on you, if you just go outside and take a walk, or if you go work out, or just create healthier habits, or do something that de-stresses your mind.
Mm-hmm.
You know, as girls, like, we like to do our nails and our hair. That makes a difference in our mood, but you have to pick yourself up.
Yeah.
Like, if you pick up a little bit of time, it's okay, but whatever you're going through, it's temporary. I promise you it's temporary. But if you don't pick yourself up, the longer you're down, the harder it's going to be for you to pick yourself up. But once you start taking care of yourself, once you start speaking words of affirmation. Wake up early in the morning and just start writing. Start writing. Today's going to be an amazing day. These are the things that I want to happen to me today. These are the things that are going to happen to me today. And I always think about it like, you deserve to be happy. And like you said, Michelle, a lot of people are fighting silent battles. That's why I have this shop, so people can come in and have a safe environment where they can go ahead and just express whatever they're feeling. I have to show you the wall. I have a wall. So I have a wall.
Wait, I need to see it.
You can only cry for 15 minutes. Like,
That's what it says?
Yeah. Let me get it for you. Let me get up. Oh, hold on a sec. So you can see. I forgot about that part. It says designated crying area.
Oh my gosh.
Episodes in minutes. Yes.
You're so creative.
And then one of the girls, well, honestly, it's been all of my clients that have became my friends have pretty much done everything here. And then the girl that's doing the art gallery, she did all of that as well, so that when people are sitting and talking to me, they're like this, they can see all the words of affirmation.
So you basically created a safe place for people to come and not only make connections, but also heal. Find inspiration.
Yes. That's what I wanted them to find, a place where they can just not only have, a positive environment for themselves, but to build friendships. Yeah. People have amazing friendships within themselves, and I always focus on doing a lot of things with a lot of the small businesses here, and just encourage people, like, you can get out of anything that's happening to you. You can get out of it, but you have to put in the work. You have to want to change your circumstance. You have to want to know that I just saw right now before the video that you posted, the one that you posted about, I know that it's hard right now. I know that
yes, this morning, yes.
I'm like, oh my God, yeah.
For more.
I know it's
hard.
A lot
of people are, like, in my journey, I went through surviving for, honestly, comparatively, it wasn't that long, but for me, it was so dark and heavy. And really, it took me 9+ years to get to where I am now. I spent my entire 20s, I feel like, healing. But I really did not think I would be able to wake up in the morning and smile. I really didn't think I'd ever get to a place where I could genuinely laugh, where I could, go to day by day and not feel this constant weight on my shoulders. And so when I said that this morning, like, yes, you are made for more. You have the power within you to look in the mirror and say that I was made for more, and I am deciding today to start thriving in my life. But that's where the power of never giving up comes in, because they go hand in hand. You have to say that and believe it, but then you have to put action forth toward it.
Right.
And I love that you said about, like, words of affirmation, wake up and journal. Yeah. Like, that got me through so many times. And I have my book right here. So I wrote a book called Girl Thriving, and it's a 31-day journal to help you go from survivor to thriver. And it's literally everything I did in the last 9 years of my life in a journal. And I'm so, so, so passionate about that, because it does really help you to not only, like you said, like, you were telling yourself, like, I'm going to do this. You fasted. That really does shift your mind to think higher and wider and greater.
Yeah.
I'm so passionate about that. So, yes, girl.
Yeah, and I think, you're not alone. I think women feel like they are alone. You're not alone. You just have to find the right group of people. I still believe that there's still good people out there. There are still good friendships. There's still people that want to see you thrive. They want to see you. But if you surround yourself with the same people, or the people that are not good for your spirit, it's just, you're going to be in that vicious cycle. You're never going to be able to get out of the same cycle. And you may want to grow. You may have that drive, like, I want to grow. I want to do so many things for my family. I want to do things different. But if you hang out with the same people, if you're in the same mess that we grew up in, it's not our fault. Like, we grew up seeing a certain lifestyle from our parents, but you can branch out and break out of that and do something different for your family. For me, I didn't want to become an attorney. I saw the lifestyle and I'm like, no, I want to raise my son. I want to be there for everything, and I'm not saying you can't do that, working
Yeah.
a job or being a lawyer, but it just wasn't the environment that I saw myself thriving in. And I really didn't see myself impacting the people the way that I wanted to impact them. So, if things are happening to you, that's a really good thing. If things are being thrown at you, that's a really good thing. You know why? Because the devil does not want to see you thrive and do God's work. So if
Yeah.
everything's like tumbling down on you, I get it. You show up every day with a smile. And I promise you, you show up with a smile. For me, as soon as I get here, it's so therapeutic for me when I see everyone here. If I get on camera and talk in the stories, like it's so therapeutic for me.
Mhm.
So you have to find something that's therapeutic for you and just know that you're going to make it no matter what. You just have to keep going. And success is different for everyone. Success does not
Wow, that's so true.
out of money. For me, success for me is that I am at peace.
Mm.
That's one of my success pillars. I'm at peace. So, Instagram, I love Instagram because I get to build amazing friendships, like the friendship that I'm building with you, and I meet amazing people.
Yeah.
But we have to stray away like from Instagram's fake world and just know that there's a reality that you can start building for yourself and your family.
Wow, I love that. So,
Yeah.
you always outgoing?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. But you said you were nervous to reach out to that group that you had noticed they would like work out and stuff. But how did you do it? Did you just messaged her and said, hey, like I want to be happy like you guys, like I want to change?
Yeah. So I messaged her, I sent her a DM, I slid in her DMs, and she's actually my best friend.
Really?
Slid in her DMs, and I was like, hey, can you please help? Very professional lawyer, like, hi, how are you? I hope this message finds you well. I wanted to know if you could please help me. Thank you so much. I look forward to hearing from you. So when I met her, I actually canceled my first appointment because, again, I wasn't ready. I met her, and I was like, oh, my God, I really like her. She's going to be my best friend. And
Oh.
she's my best friend. We literally do everything together. She really walked me through my weight loss journey. That's why it's so important for me to build relationships with people, because that's the way that I was groomed into the weight loss, was together. So I love doing it together with the person.
When you started your weight loss journey or your health journey, was your focus like mainly on I want to lose weight, or was it on like both and feeling better overall? Because it really is all intertwined. Like mind, body, soul is such a real thing. Did you notice you also not were just like losing physical pounds, but the weight of other things that you were carrying emotionally?
Yeah, I think, so I lost 1 pound per week. So my best friend was like, oh my gosh, she's going to quit. She's only losing 1 pound per week. But I know
That's good.
That's normal, right?
That's good.
That's normal. But, it wasn't quick. But I understood very quickly that I never wanted to feel like how I felt in my bedroom. It was a dark cloud that I just couldn't, as much as I was like reaching, I couldn't pull myself out of it. So for me, I knew I needed to lose the weight, but I didn't care how long it took. And then you just start transforming. Like I said, you start dropping all those people. You start saying, like, I don't want to do those things anymore. And it's just like the light. It's like a light. And you start seeing life so much different. And you just start seeing a brand new you. And you're like, wow, I didn't even know I had this in me.
Yeah, because you're training yourself to go against the things that you don't want to do. So nobody wants to get up in the morning, honestly. Like, let's just be real. You love getting up?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, you did post that reel. I mean, like the girl that's up the earliest.
Yeah, I love getting up in the morning. I do.
Okay. So some people do. But I know because I work till midnight for a crisis hotline, it's really hard for me to wake up in the mornings, even though like I have on my board like 6:30 a.m. because owning your morning is really, really important. But that's the point, is that a lot of the time we don't want to do things. Like I don't want to wake up at 6:30. I'm tired. But I know that if I just put my feet out, get up and go get my coffee and sit on the couch and read, I will set myself up to do so much more than I would have done if I didn't do that. And that's what I love about like just the health journey. And nobody, like, working out is hard. It is hard. You sweat, you cry, you hurt. But it's such a great like motivation and reminder that we are so much more capable of doing things than we realized.
Yeah. So like I have 2 weeks. 2 weeks. I know 2 weeks is not long, but I have 2 weeks waking up at 4:45, snoozing till 5, and starting. I
Love that you said that.
5:30. I shower 5:30. I'm ready to go. So, and honestly, it's just been a game changer. It gives me time to read the Bible, time to gather my thoughts, time to breathe, because we pour out so much into people, and I think people don't understand that we're human.
Yeah.
Because I think we're such not people pleaser, but people persons. We want to see you happy. We want to see you happy. We want to give you encouragement, because you're probably not getting encouragement at work.
Right.
You're probably not getting encouragement at home. So I want you to come here and know that no matter what's happening to you, I'm going to speak life into you when you come here. So yeah, it's been a good, like, I haven't told people that I'm here like super early because I don't want them to show up, but they're probably watching this. So, but my people are good. I have really good people. I've met really good people. Like, this is their place. Like, everyone has contributed to this place, and just really have helped me, because this is not anything that you can do by yourself. At all.
Absolutely. Is this what you do like full time? What else do you do? I know you are like not just a business owner with that, but you also promote health products and stuff.
Yes. So what happened was when I started law school, that's when Instagram was really kicking off. So my coach was like, you need to do Instagram, and you need to show your life. I'm like, oh God, no, I don't want anyone to know my business. She's like, you gotta show them. You gotta show them that you're in law school and you're being healthy, so they can do it too.
Yeah.
And so then I started my business that way. I would bring samples to school. I was the girl that always wore the button, lose weight now. In law school, and I didn't care. I had my scale with me, so I would weigh people in the library. But I was able to impact them because, they were taking Red Bull, they were taking drugs to stay alert. So I was able to really change a lot of my friends that still take the supplements. And then I just started social media. So then I built relationships and helped people pretty much everywhere through social media. So I still do that. So I am a little bit more involved in highlights page, because I'm pretty much here, but I still do help people. I coach people. I love to teach them how to eat. That's what I love to do. So I do meal plans for them, snack ideas, and really teach them that it's an overall thing. It's not a diet.
Yeah.
I'm always making sure that their mental health is okay.
Yeah.
Hey, health today. Especially moms. Like, we're all over the place. I have one of my customers here. She has 2 little ones. They've actually have been on their best behavior. But one day, I kid you not, one day she went into the bathroom and she was there for like 15 minutes. She couldn't take it anymore. Her husband's a truck driver. So a lot of my clients here, their husbands are truck drivers, so they're gone for weeks.
Oh, wow.
So, I always want her to know, you have a place here. I don't care about the kids. Like, they'll like destroy the place, throw everything everywhere. I'm like, I don't care. I want you to have a place where you can bring your kids and be okay. Because there aren't places where you can go and be yourself and have a good time, where they're going to really accept the kids going.
Yeah. That is so, so needed. A lot of moms feel that.
Yeah.
And that goes in with health too. Like, I'm sure you've noticed that you feel that you're able to be a better mom because you take care of yourself as well.
Yeah, and Jaden's conscious as well. He's like, oh, that has too much sodium.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, and he drinks the shakes. He always has a shake for breakfast, or at least one shake a day. And, last, like 2 weeks ago, I put him to the test. I didn't have anyone to cover the shop, and I had a back-to-school event with over 500 people. I was like, Jaden, I have to go.
Gosh.
13. He knows how to make everything.
Yeah.
So I'm like, you got this. Like, you got this. Like, you can do this. So I reached out to all the customers that came that day, and they said he did great. So, that's also another fear. Another fear of mine is, I really haven't been able to be able to be like, okay, I'm going to close today. or I'm going to leave somebody here, you know, but I know that I can trust Jaden now. Jaden got it down, and instilling in him, like, Jay, you can do anything that you want.
Exactly. And you're creating that generational, like, wealth mentality, you know? Because it's not just about money. It's like we are creating that wealth in our minds of knowledge and confidence and, you know, knowing that the sky's the limit, literally. It's awesome that you're instilling that in him. That's so important.
Yeah, and I want him to know, like, I want you to know how important it is for you to be a servant leader, and you need to be able to help other people, you know? Like, sometimes, you know, I have a lot of opposition from people, you know, that they're just like, and I'm sure a lot of people are going to have this opposition when they have like a career, but then they decide, like, no, I want to do something else. You know, a lot of people are like, oh my God, you're so crazy. Why are you not a lawyer? You could be making so much money. You're so crazy. You went to school for 3 years. You're so crazy. You have almost $200,000 in student loans, and you're doing this. It doesn't matter what other people are going to say. You have to do what makes you happy.
Yeah.
You know, what makes you happy. And, you know, I think that sometimes we do things. I did it maybe to please my family, but I don't want to have any regrets. And no one should have any regrets. You should go for your dreams, fight hard, do whatever you want, because at the end of the day, people are always going to talk no matter what. But you have to make yourself happy. You have to push hard and make yourself happy, because you're the only one that's going to change your circumstances. Not anyone else. No one's coming to save you, like Mel Robbins. No one is.
Yeah, that's so true. You have to save yourself.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people feel that. They feel that pressure from family or friends of, like, who they're supposed to be, instead of who they really are. And it can be such a conflict with your peace. You'll never have peace if you're trying to be somebody that you feel everybody else wants you to be. And I know I felt that, because I'm very different from my sisters, and I'm very different from my twin, who went to school, got her master's, very successful project manager. And, you know, it's she a lot of the time is like, Michelle, you need to do this, like, and then you'll be here. And I'm like, that's not my path. You know, just not my path. And I know that it's not my path. And it is hard when you have that opposition, because people will not get it, and they will call you crazy. My sister says I have my head in the clouds, and you know what? Just laugh at it, because it might seem like I have my head in the clouds, but I have a vision, and I'm so laser focused on it, and I see it. And God gave me that vision for a reason. He didn't give it to other people. He gave it to me. So you can't expect other people to see it when God gave it to you.
Yes. Ooh, I can't wait to be around and see all the amazing things you're going to be doing.
Thanks, girl. Okay, so I want to ask you one more question. What is the hardest setback you have faced thus far?
Oh my gosh.
Or what are the main ones that you can think of that were so life-altering for you?
Oh my gosh, I'm trying to think. I think the biggest issue has been, oh my God, like, when I opened up Highlight, you know, I've always paid, I don't know what it's like in your household, but like in Dominican households, you really have to pay for everything. Like,
really?
Like the mom expects you to pay for.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
Yeah, so I would always pay my rent. So at that time when I started law school, the extra income, you know, when you start a side hustle, you don't make that much right away. You're making a couple of $100.
Yeah.
But I would pay my mom, you know, $500 of rent. So, but when I was opening up Highlight, I didn't pay her the rent the first month that I was going to open up here, because I was going to use that money to pay like stuff for the shop.
Yeah.
And she kicked me and my son out. She's like, well, you guys have to leave. It was like an evening. It was crazy. Like, she's like, you guys have to leave. And I'm very like, okay, no problem. Like, get up my stuff, like a couple of clothes. And I had to move in with Jaden's dad. We haven't been together since Jaden's 4 months.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So I had to move in with Jaden's dad. It's been a mess. I think the hardest thing for me has been my living situation, because since then, it's been just downhill. downhill. So I think for a lot of people, just to not go into complete details of
Yeah.
everything, but I think for a lot of people, if you don't have, I don't know, like if you don't, I don't want to make it religious, but honestly, like if you don't have Jesus in you, you won't be able to handle everything that's going to happen to you when you decide to move forward and do something that makes you happy. Because the devil has open range at you, you know, to just continue to shoot you down with everything that's happening. So for me, I don't care about my living situation because I know where I'm going. I know what's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I know, you know, the amount of lives that I'm going to impact.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, I want to open up more shops. And so I think the hardest thing for me has been, it's been one thing after another situation that, you know, one day I will open up about it. I just don't think it's the time right now. But
Yeah.
anyone else, so I don't know how I do it. I just wake up and I just keep going.
You just keep going, and you know what your vision is. But you know what, Chesca, I found that everything, all of our seasons that we go through, they all serve a purpose.
Yes.
And a lot of the time, God allows us to shift into a season that is very uncomfortable for us and doesn't make sense. But later on, you'll see all of the character building, because God is a God, he loves to build our character.
Yeah.
Because when we do fully step into our calling, we need to be prepared.
Yeah.
We need to be prepared in our character, in our humility, all of that. And so this is just a season for you. And I know that you know this, but you can thrive in whatever season you are in.
Heck yeah.
And I think we sometimes think that like thriving has to be, and I used to have this mindset. I was like, well, I'm not thriving yet because I'm not where I want to be. Like, I'm not thriving yet because I'm a single mom living in an apartment with cockroaches and mice, and I literally am just surviving day by day. But it is a mindset. And I look back and I'm like, I look back at like 2 years ago when I was in that situation as a single mom, and I'm like, wow, I really was though thriving, because I could have been so caught up in like being depressed, and I could have chosen not to do anything, but like I was thriving. You know, you can thrive in whichever situation you're in, and this is a time to build that character, continue to allow that character to be built. And people need to know that. They need to know that it's okay if you are back living in a situation that you don't want to be in. You can still do great things.
You can. Yeah, and my best friend always makes fun of me. She's like, oh my God, you thrive when bad things happen to you. I'm like, I don't ask for it. But it's like wherever you're at, I built the bulk of my business in mom's house, in that room. You know, so I think people think you have to have everything. You have to have it all together.
Yeah. Before you can do it.
Yeah, no, you build it, you thrive wherever you're at, your situation, you're gonna thrive there, because that's where God is placing you so that you can start building that trust with him.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but nothing is impossible. Nothing is impossible. It's just how you want to react to the situations. And I don't think the shop would be where it's at if I didn't have the friendships and the people that I have met here. Because I'm telling you, people will come here, they'll bring me whipped cream, they've brought me like toppings. Like everyone that has come here has contributed to this place. So it's not anything that I have done alone. So, you know, like God is just placing all the right people at the right time.
Yes.
So if you're leaving, let them go. Because they're right people that you need for you to build up the community that you want to build up and the dreams that you want to build up. God is going to place them at the right time.
Absolutely. How do you meet all the people that you meet?
So social media, and honestly, just building relationships on social media. I'm not really big on having that many followers, although like I know you and I have like a good chunk of followers.
Yeah.
But the reality is, you only need a little bit of followers because you want to be able to talk to everyone.
Well, exactly. You want to be able to build those actual like deep, like connections. Yeah.
And I love doing my business. Like I always try to just have like a few people that I'm able to talk to, because then I can remember things. Like, oh, how's your son doing? I remember you told me he was sick. How's this going on? But if we have so many followers, you're not going to remember. It's just really social media, excuse me. And like the people that I have met through the shop have been through social media as well.
I love that. But it's your attitude. You really do glow.
Thank you. Ring light. It's the ring light.
No, it's not the light.
It's the light. You know, it's the ring light. You know, and I don't know if you feel this way, but I feel a great sense of responsibility, you know, like for other people. I feel like I'm responsible in the sense like I have to continue showing up. I have to continue being the light. That's why I called highlight is called highlight because my cousin's church is meant, like their philosophy is to shine the light of Jesus. So I'm like, okay, I want to be the light for our community here. So I do hold a sense of responsibility. I feel like when you make a life change, it's first for you. After that, it's not for you anymore. It's for you to be the light for other people.
I agree with that, Chesca. I do agree with that because I mean, if you don't have God in your life, you don't have a sense of purpose.
Yeah.
And if you don't have a sense of purpose, you're just kind of walking around dead inside. You don't know where you're going, you know, and I didn't realize the contrast of somebody that grew up knowing God to somebody that didn't know God. Because I grew up in the church. I was in the church since I was like 2, you know, and I went to Bible college. I told you, and my fiance, he didn't know God, and it's been really interesting to have these conversations with him where he's seeing like life just so differently because when you don't have that sense of purpose, you don't really have a reason for striving for more or for, you know, for setting goals and stuff. And so it's a beautiful thing when you're able to shine your light and share that with others and be like, hey, like you really were created for more. You really can live a beautiful life despite of the pain, despite of what people have done to you or what's been said about you or your family dynamic, whatever. Like you really can live a powerful and thriving and positive life because that's the power of God. We get that from, you know, and so, yeah, absolutely. I believe that we are meant to be a light, but to also not neglect ourselves in the process.
Yeah.
And I had to learn boundaries because I would neglect myself and go and fill everybody else up. But then I literally ran myself dry. And I'm glad that happened, even though it was very painful to go through that. I'm glad it happened because we really, really do have to take care of ourselves before we go out. Because then we can pour more into everybody, you know? But I don't believe that we have to be healed before we can help others.
Right.
No? I know some will say that you do. I don't believe in that. I believe that we can literally be going through the hardest times and be using all that we're learning from that to empower others that are going through the same thing.
That's us healing. I feel like that's
exactly. That's part of healing.
Yeah.
So I want to encourage our viewers that, first of all, if you're in that position where you feel like I can't go and make connections with people or I can't share the things I want to share because my life is messy, I want to encourage you to still do it. You can, because you have so much wisdom within you that needs to be shared. You have light there that needs to be shared with others. Also, I hope they're able to be empowered in knowing that a setback is just a stepping stone and that every season is a season of learning and it's a season of growth and you can thrive in every season of your life.
Yes. And I know like people are encouraged. I hope like my people start following you just so they can get that daily encouragement because I know you're pouring out daily, you know, a lot on your page and people need to hear it. People are desperate. I was in church the other day and 50 people got baptized and I said, oh my God, people are desperate for Jesus. And people are desperate for love. People are desperate for connections. Like you said, you're like, oh my God, I need to get connections.
Yeah.
So we can at least do this for them. And it's so nice for us to do it too. You know, like it just gives them the encouragement to know that no matter what, everything's going to be okay.
Yeah.
It is.
It is going to be okay. Is there anything else you want to say to our
No, I think I spoke a lot, like almost an hour.
Oh my gosh, the time just flies, I swear.
No, this was great. This was really, really good. And this, I'm glad you did this because this sits me down. You know, it sits me and forces me to do this, which I love doing this. Just gotta keep going. There's so much more that you have in life, like so much purpose in life that no matter what you're going through right now, like you said, you're going to see all the blessings you're going to have. You just have to keep going. Yeah. That's like the only thing I can say. Like, you have to just keep going. That's it.
Even those small steps matter.
Yeah.
And every dot, like all the dots are going to eventually connect. And it's really cool when you see that happening. Like, oh, that time that I really did not like that season that I was in, that was actually a very pivotal moment of my life, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Thank you so much. It was really nice meeting you.
Perfect.
I'm so proud of you with everything that you're doing. Like, keep it up, girl. Like, I chose you for this because you do shine. There is something so powerful about you, and keep doing it. Keep being great. Keep shining, because I know you are making a difference. I know you are.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Of course. I will talk to you later. Love you, girl. Have a good night.
All right, you too. Bye, guys.
Bye.